So, welcome back to another episode of Monogatari. So, this is gonna be the final episode of the arc and also the final episode of this season before we go into Hanamonogatari next. So, the previous episode was a lot. Like, a lot. It was very, very, very meaty, a lot of information, and it was an incredible episode. But yeah, it was just a lot. So, I have my paper here with everything or at least some of the information that I need to know, like Numachi Roka, which is somehow related to Suruga. He said that maybe he can use this information later on when dealing with Suruga, so I wonder what that's gonna end up meaning. By he, I mean obviously Kaiki. But yeah, that's basically the big thing that happened in the previous episode. But apart from that, we also saw the interaction between Ononoki and Kaiki, which, when we saw Kaiki being a bit sarcastic and like, I feel like one interesting thing is how Kaiki was being like sarcastic about how his personality is and how Ononoki was describing him, right? She was saying like, oh, you're like judging purely by your actions, right? Here, the actions that I can see, you're being obviously the good guy. You're helping out Senjogahara, you're helping out people of the town and stuff like that. You're trying to get rid of this danger that's looming, right? So from my POV, you're the good guy. And then Kaiki obviously said, well, yeah, sure, I'm the good guy. Whatever you say, man, you're right. Which obviously was sarcastic, and he thinks of himself in a bit of a different manner, but still, he knows that he's not doing everything purely out of the good of his heart. But it would be hard to deny the fact that the things that he is doing are going to help other people, right? That's obviously they're obviously going to be helpful to many other people. So to some people, he definitely is definitely being the good guy here. So yeah, it's really cool seeing like the perspective of him knowing that he's not doing it out of the kindness of his heart or purely out of it. There's also he is a bit of a softie at times, so there is an element of that as well. But yeah, it can easily be interpreted as purely being a good thing, a savior thing, a hero thing to do, which is really cool. But apart from that, we also saw Senjogahara talking with Kaiki on the phone, and you guys did kind of add a bit more context to that, because I was like, I said that I'm glad that she, she doesn't forgive him. But I think you guys did kind of clarify or add context that the reason that she kind of stumbled over her words there was probably because she wants to hate him. She wants to sever ties with him. She wants to, see him in this, in this light of because he has done things that are unforgivable to her and her family, right? He's done horrible stuff to her family, which if that weren't in an anime, that would be obviously like just that would be unforgivable. But I mean, here it's a bit different, and she wants to sever those ties with him because of that. But obviously her past feelings are obviously still, he did help her out in the time of need, right? He did, he was there when she needed someone to be there, and he was there. So it's gonna be hard for her to fully separate herself from those feelings. But for Araragi's sake, she's trying to, completely sever those ties with him, which is really cool. As I said multiple times, I absolutely love Senjogahara and her mental fortitude. I think she is mentally the strongest character that we've seen in this series so far. And she's always battling for the things that she believes are right, and for the people that she cares about, namely Araragi. So I respect that a lot. But yeah, anyways, I'm excited to see how this arc concludes. I have no idea, zero clue. At the end, Nadeko seemed to have figured out that Kaiki is, Kaiki is trying to corner, but also we kind of knew that he was gonna fail because Gaian is never wrong. So I feel like, I mean, it's inevitable that he's gonna fail here, but I just wonder what kind of consequences this is gonna end up having. I guess we'll see in this episode. But if you want to watch this uncut and unblurred, it's going to be on my page, which is down in the description. And without further ado, let's go into Monogatari episode 6. Yep. And yet. Wow. So this is the disaster that will befall the town had he failed. That doesn't seem very good. Interesting. I'm still taking everything that we're seeing with so much, not just a grain of salt. I'm taking it as so... like, it could be very much just fully fabricated because of what he said at the beginning. He's an unreliable narrator. It could just be a story that he's telling us. I'm taking everything with, yeah, as something that could very well be made up by him. Just how Nadeko made up her entire story and everything that we saw. I'm also considering the possibility that it is fully true, but also I am considering the possibility that it could be fully fabricated. Or not fully fabricated, but like fully used as a, you know, cover for something else happening. I think that's a better way to say it. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, that's the name of the show. God. I never would have imagined Nadeko would be here after watching Monogatari. That's me, I'm the people around her. And you as well. Cute brats. I think so. Oh, it was Senjo. Oh, never mind. Oh, of course it was Senjo. That's such a Senjo thing to say. Ow. Ouch. Mm. Senjo. Mm. Yep, that's why she's the biggest chat of the show. Yep.
違いかもね。誰のことをどんな気持ちで語っているのかわからないけれど。でもさ、それでも現実問題、誰かのせいってことはあるでしょ？出会い頭にしても、
That's fair.
たりばったりにしても、私の場合、扇さんのせいってのが絶対にあるわけだし。
He doesn't know her.
どうして彼女がアララギがガエン先輩から預けられていた
Well, she had a tip.
神様の元に
She had a tip. She had an informant.
まさかそれを促した誰かがいたというのか
Yeah.
戦国ナデコを神様に仕立て上げた誰かが怪奇さんもならば他にも戦国ナデコを騙そうとした誰かがいつかどこかにいたということだ戦国ナデコを騙し可愛がらずに神様に仕立て上げた誰かは
Ogi.
どうでもいいんだけど。いや、どうでもよく。
Wait, before we continue, can I just talk about the thing that she said about being yourself and like liking yourself? I feel like what she said was genuinely some really good stuff, but I feel like that holds only until as long as you're not hurting anyone around you. I feel like you definitely there are gonna be things that you can change about yourself, or that you can't change about yourself, and that you somehow need to learn to love yourself. It's better to learn to love yourself than to constantly hate yourself. But as long as you don't hurt anyone around you, she's obviously hurting people around you. If you're hurting people around you, then you need to change those things, right? So yeah, I partially agree with what she said, but we know that she, instead of changing those things, she decided to blame others, or find an excuse for those things and run away from them, just like becoming a god, instead of facing them like Senjohara did, right? So yeah, I kind of agree partially, but also obviously we see where her character deviates then.
するのは仕方ないけれど、でも暦お兄ちゃん、私を騙そうとしたのは良くないよね。私に嘘をついたのは良くないよね。
アララギは別に俺の行動とは関係がねえぜ
あ、これはペナルティだよね。約束を
Damn.
守る。卒業式までは待ってあげる。でももう少し殺そう。罰としてもう少し殺そう。暦お兄ちゃん
Damn.
の目の前で。やっぱり月日ちゃんとカレンさんは鉄板かな。あとは羽川さん。それに会ったことはないけど、暦お兄ちゃんが一番仲がいい友達だっていう八九時まよいちゃん。そしてこれもちょっと嫌だけど、すごく嫌だけど、カンバルさんかな。
戦国お前神様になんかなりたかったわけじゃない
She doesn't know about Hachikuji?
言ったけど。
なりたくてなったわけじゃないって
言ったよ。それがどうかした？
じゃあお前漫画家になりたいのか
Is that what he saw in the closet? She was an artist? She was drawing manga? Is that why she was creating stories? Kana... Wow. Or Kana Hanazawa, man. Kana Hanazawa! I like how they're framing this.
見たんだ10円玉でくるっと回して鍵を開けてなお金ってなやっぱ大切
Oh, that's a good way to say it.
絶対に開けちゃダメって言ったのに、暦お兄ちゃんにだって見られたくなかったのに。
Oh my god! That's cute!
その内容がすごいってなんだよとろけるようなご都合主義のラブコメは80年代かよあんな男が現実にいるかよバカバカしいしかも展開的には結構エッチだったりしてな
I mean, that suits
設
her.
定資料集もかなりの分厚さで発動されたぜしかしまあ設定盛りすぎだろうあれはもうちょっとスマートにした方が万人受けすると思うぜ俺は
殺す。お前を殺して私も死ぬ。
What?
俺を殺しても無駄だぜ考
This explains a lot.
お前を猫可愛がりしているお前の親だって行方不明が続けばいずれはあのクローゼットを開けるぜ。まあでも今すぐ神様を辞めて人間に戻り部屋に戻れば問題なく自分の手で処分できるんじゃないのか。見られるのがそんなに恥ずかしいんだったら。
ふざけんな！そんなバカみたいな理由で神様を辞められるわけないだろ！
そんな理由でね。じゃあお前どんな理由なの神様を辞められるんだ。誰に話を聞いてもよ、戦場ヶ原から聞いても羽川から聞いても両親から話を聞いてさえお前があんな趣味を持っているだなんて情報はなかった。そこまでお前は堅くなにあれらの恥ずかしい創作物を隠しきったんだ。
This explains so much actually.
それはつまりお前にとってそれが本当の夢だからだろう。
The more I'm thinking about it,
本当の願い事は他人にも神様にも言うもんじゃないからな。神様になったお前は幸せなんだろう、楽しいんだろう。だけどお前神様になりたかったわけじゃないんだろう。たった半年待つだけのことであやとりに熱中してしまえるほど暇を持て余しているんだぞ。荒らぎたちを殺した後一体どうするつもりなんだ。どれだけ幸せだろうと朽ちるのを見守る番人でしかないぞ。お前は貧乏くじだ。
oh,
お前は
oh, I like the Kaiki team. Slow down.
幸せになりたいわけでもなかった。漫画家になりたかったんだろう。だったらなんでならないんだ。
バカじゃないの？あんなのただの落書きだよ。汚くて恥ずかしいから見られたくなかっただけだよ。夢だなんてバカバカしいこと言わないでよ。あんなのゴミだよ。捨てたいけど捨てるのも恥ずかしいからあそこに隠していただけに決まってるじゃない。
自分で作ったものをそんな風に言うもんじゃないぞ戦国。創作は恥ずかしいものだしそれに夢も恥ずかしいものだ。
Mm.
それは仕方がない、
Yep.
当たり前のことだ。だが少なくともそんな風に自分で卑下していいものじゃないんだぞ。それにうまかったじゃないか。才能ってやつがあるんじゃないのかお前。
そんなわけないじゃない。
Mm.
それになろうと思ってなれるものじゃないでしょ。
だがなろうと思わなきゃなれないものだ
Yes,
ぜ。
correct.
神様とか幸せとかと違ってそれに神様ではなれないものだ。人間じゃなければ。戦国、俺は金が好きだ。なぜかといえば金は全ての代わりになるからだ。物も買える、命も買える、人も買える、心も買える、幸せも買える、夢も買える。とても大切なもので、そしてその上でかけがえのないものではないから好きだ。逆に言うと俺はな、かけがえのないものが嫌いだ。これがなきゃ生きていけないとか、あれだけが生きる理由だとか、それこそは自分の生まれてきた目的だとか、そういう希少価値に腹が立って仕方がない。荒らぎに振られたらお前に価値はなくなるのか。お前のやりたいことはそれだけだったのか。お前の人生はそれだけだったのか。あのな戦国、あのな戦国、荒らぎと付き合うなんてかったるいことは代わりにどっかのバカがやってくれるってよ。だからお前はそんなかったるいことは終わりにして他のかったるいことをやればいい。やりたいこともしたいことも他にいくらでもあるだろう。あっただろう。違うか。
やりたいことしたいこ
I feel like there were references in those posters. I
お前
didn't
に
see it.
とって荒らぎ以外のことはどうでもいいくだらないことだったのか。両親のあの善良な一般市民のことは好きじゃなかったのか。お前の中の優先順位で荒らぎ以外は全部ゴミか。
違うよ。
ならばどうしてだ。どうして荒らぎだけが特別扱いになる。あいつはお前の分身か何かなのか。
怪奇さんに何がわかるの？
Oh, that was a strong
さんは
one.
私のことなんか何も知らないでしょ。
いろいろ調べた。だがそうだ、何も知らない。重要なことは何も知らない。 しか知らないんだから。だからお前のことはお前しか大切にできないんだぜ。そしてお前の夢もお前にしか叶えられない。
そんな特会引っかえみたいな、あれがダメならこれで行こうみたいな適当なことしてもいいの、人間は。
Yes, it's supposed to be like that.
いいんだよ、人間なんだから。かけがえのない代わりのない
Yep,
ものなんかない。
yep.
俺の知ってる女はな、俺のよく知っている女はな、今している恋が常に初恋だって感じだぜ。本当に人を好きになったのは今が初めてって感じだぜ。そしてそれで正しい。そうでなくっちゃダメだ。
So you can replace that feeling. Okay.
かけがえのない事柄なんてない。人間は人間だからいくらでもやり直せる。いくらでも買い直せる。とりあえず俺がくれてやった金で本格的な画材でも。
So first of all, yeah, I'm back in my old setup. I've had a few hours to think about whatever happened in the first 16 minutes, but actually, yeah, I've had about 2 to 3 hours. So interesting thing is the way that she was talking about, like, obviously being a mangaka and stuff like that, and wanting to be a mangaka. That makes sense as to why she was like writing a story to us, right? Basically, almost fictional story for us about like what her life is. Also, it makes sense why she would want to be a god, or why she would want to romanticize this unrequited love that she has, right? It kind of romanticizes this idea, or it's like it writes a story about it, right? Apart from obviously the other things that we've already known about her, but this just adds more context to her, right? And also being a god, as Kaiki said, being a mangaka or being a writer is being a god of your own world, right? Because you can make things happen that you want. So it kind of plays into that as well. That's really interesting. The other thing is, something about how Kaiki is talking about Senjogahara. It's like, I agree with everything that he's saying. He's saying some really cool stuff that I agree with. But the way that he's talking about her is just a tad bit too, I don't know, it just feels a tad bit uncomfortable, you know? Uncomfortable in a way. It just seems like he's a bit too fond of her, but I don't know why it gives me that feeling. I don't know. Something about it just makes me, like, it's just unnerving, you know? It's unsettling. And I don't know what. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but something about it.
だから私別に漫画家になりたいなんて思ったこと一度もないって。それに確かになりたくてなったわけじゃないけれど、せっかく神様になれた子を蹴っちゃうのももったいないって普通に思うよ。でも漫画を描いて神様って呼ばれた人もいたよね。もったいないと思うならそうなればいいんだよね。
Oda. Everyone calls him a god nowadays.
わかった。騙されてあげる。
I love this rendition of his theme. So it worked! Uh-oh.
先輩に頼まれてな。この娘を除霊していたところだ。今回は詐欺師としてではなく、ゴーストバスターとして。
Basically, yeah.
この町に来たのはルール違反だが、しかし詐欺師としてじゃないからいいだろう。ガエンさんが。でも、戦国に一体何をしたんだよ、お前。お前の妹にしたのと同じことだ。
Of course.
カレンちゃんにしたのと同じ。そう。もっとも今回は8じゃないがな。戦国。
Slug.
戦国ナデコの場合は。
Oh, that sounds like another arc. Okay.
ナメクジ
Slug
豆腐。
tofu.
蛇神を封じられるほど強力な怪異ではない。相変わらずのでっち上げられた偽物の怪異だからな。戦国ナデコ自身にぬらりと生きるナメクジを受け入れる気持ちがなければ、こうも拮抗はしなかった。受け入れる気持ちって怪奇。お前戦国に何を。
This is just Hachikuji without her backpack.
当たり前のことを言ったんだ。恋愛だけが全てじゃないとか、他にも楽しみはあるとか、将来を棒に振るなとか、みんな恥ずかしい青春を送ってきたとか、しばらくすればいい思い出になるとか、 人が子供に言うような当たり前のことを言ったんだ。だから何をしたかと問われれば、俺は当たり前のことをしたまでだ。
Holy!
うるさいな、引っ込んでろよ、アララギ。わきまえろ。お前が戦国のためにできることなんか何もないんだから。
Snake? Talisman? Yes! The body! Yes! Yes, Kaiki! You goat!
お前がガエン先輩から託されていたというお札は。
Yeah, we still haven't seen that. When that happened.
そうだけど。
Maybe in Hanamonogatari.
俺。今度は間違うなよ。これを使うべき相手を。使わないよ。僕はこんなもの使わない。
I wanna pause. You know what? I'm gonna pause. Okay, so first of all, that talisman, basically the use that it has is basically it can make someone into a god if they swallow it, right? That's kind of like the basic use of it. I wonder if there's gonna be more to that. I wonder if we're gonna be seeing when and how Gaien gave it to him. But apart from that, what I wanted to say is slug. So she has a slug. Now, I wonder if it is in any way, shape, or form related to the snail, with Hachikuji. And I wonder if, because Hachikuji, she had like obviously the difference between a snail and a slug, like the very rudimentary is the house, right? It's the shell. So I wonder if there's gonna be like, this is a theory only of mine. Obviously, don't spoil anything, but I wonder if it's gonna be related in the sense of now that she, like he basically crushed her, Kaiki crushed Nadeko's one-dimensional or one-way goal that she had. So now every possibility for her is open, right? He basically said, you can do so many more other things than just being in love with Araragi, right? So I wonder if it's gonna be kind of symbolic of the fact that now she's gonna be lost, but without a goal to reach. Because Hachikuji was lost, but she had a goal to reach, right? The house. But maybe the slug, the difference is gonna be that she's gonna be lost, but without that goal. She's gonna be trying to find that goal, trying to find that house, that shell. That sounds a bit far-fetched, but it sounds pretty interesting if that's gonna be the case. It makes sense for her. My job here is done. Slug tofu. Oh. Oh, is that easy? Never mind. It's interesting seeing Araragi from this POV. True. Fair enough. That's up to her. Oh, that's a nice line. Wow, that was a nice speech. Very cool speech. G-Endo. Is she trying to convince herself or convince him? Wait, what? Once again?
いいえ、それだけだわ。これからは悪い女には気をつけなさい。
そうだな。お前は手紙を出すときには署名を忘れないように気をつけろ。
It was Senjogahara?
ホテルの部屋に差し込まれていたあの手紙の差出人が戦場ヶ原ひたぎであることなど見抜いたところで褒められるものではない。ではどうして自分で依頼しておきながら自分で手を引けなんて矛盾したことを言ってきたかといえば、それはあいつが俺のことをよく知っているからだ。手を引けと言われれば手を引きたくなくなってしまう俺の性格を戦場ヶ原ひたぎはよく知っているからだ。しかし戦場ヶ原はともかくガエン先輩の方は本当はどこまで計算づくだったのだろうか。
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's everything.
手を引きたくなくなる俺の性格を戦場ヶ原以上にあの人は知っているのだから、ひょっとして300万円という大金を俺に対して支払ったのは単なる資金援助という目論みがあったのではないだろうか。俺はあの女にあの先輩に
Probably. Honestly, that's what kind of I expected. I expect her to know everything that's happening.
しかし星野のやつはこんな時に一体何をしているのだろうか。あのお人よしが子供の前では格好をつけたがるあの男が姿を現さないなんてことが果たしてあるだろうか。
Please let him show up at some point.
今どこで何をしているのだ。
What? Huh?
大木さんの言った通りだった。本当に帰ってきていたんだ。この詐欺師。お前のせいで。お前のせいで。
そうだ。前に俺がこの町に来た時に騙した大量の中学生のうちの一人だ。なんだこいつ。呪い返しにでもあったのか。ならばこの中学生が事の発端である戦国におまじないを仕掛けた中学生なのかもしれない。
Because he went back to the bullies.
そういえば尾行者の方の正体は厳密には未だ不明のままだったな。
Oh, yeah.
ならば尾行者はこの中学生だったのか。いや違う。人を尾行できるような正気がこいつにあるとは思えない。そういえばさっき誰か人名を言っていなかったか。
Ogi.
誰だそれは。どこかで聞いたような気もする名前だったが、俺はそれ以上考えることはできなかった。地獄の沙汰も金次第という貯金のない
はあ
から最後にいくらか小銭を稼いでおいて本当に良かったと心から思った。
No, 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 don't you fucking.
二人合わせ
What?
ていやー終わったね。さあ、なるこちゃんのお見舞いに行くか。メンタル強すぎるだろ。物語シリーズセカンドシーズンもこれにておしまい。めでたしめでたし。いやー、
The fuck do you mean lived happily ever after?
聞いてないよ。聞いてなかっただけだろ。とはいえ、最後の予告編かい。だからクイズなんてしてないっての。恋物語に続く物語シリーズセカンドシーズン第6フェーズの主役は誰でしょう。私。カンバル先生に決まってんだろうがべっからさ。お姉ちゃんにぶっ殺すって言われた。次回物語シリーズセカンドシーズンプラスアルファ花物語
Plus alpha?
駿河デビルその1。
Oh, Sur.
カンバルだけに。
Good one. Surga. Surga devil. So like rainy devil. So okay, first of all, actually so many things. This was a okay, let's forget about the last bit for now. Holy fuck. Let's forget about, yeah, that part for now. And let's talk about the actual ending of the arc apart from it, up until that moment. So, it seems like the god is now gone, or like it's back in the talisman, it's back in the possession of Araragi. I still wonder what's Gaian's plan with, I mean, we know what Gaian's plan is. She wanted to make Shinobu into a god, right? Using that, but I wonder why she even gave it to Araragi preemptively, right? Why didn't she just give it directly to Shinobu, and then Shinobu used it to become, or ate it to become a god? Why did she have to give it to Araragi to store it, and then Araragi couldn't give it to Shinobu? Maybe she wanted, you know, to give it to Araragi just so they had maybe a time that they wanted to give it to Shinobu or something like that. But yeah, I wonder. I need to know. I need more information. Apart from that, then now she's afflicted with the slug, but he said that the slug is gonna go away in like 3 days or so. So, and even if it doesn't, just sprinkle some salt on her. I wonder if it's gonna be a separate arc, or if it's genuinely just gonna be a passing oddity. She's gonna have a fever for a bit, and then she's gonna be fine. I don't know. I wonder how important this character is gonna be. Honestly, knowing Monogatari, I wouldn't be that surprised if, I don't know, maybe they're gonna start wrapping up some of the storylines, and I wouldn't be surprised if Nadeko's storyline wraps up by just us never seeing her again, because he said to Araragi that the best thing for Nadeko is gonna be for him not to see her ever again and not to get involved with her, which I can see that. Yeah, I wonder if that's actually gonna be what's gonna happen. Also, I find it really interesting how different, or not different, but like Araragi, the way that we see it from Kaiki's POV is a lot more how he would actually be, right? A lot more, maybe, I don't want to say annoying, but like the way that he comes off here, you're thinking, just please don't intervene with this, Araragi. Please let Kaiki finish his job. Don't intervene. Let him do his thing, you know? But if we were watching this from his POV, obviously we would be like, yo, Araragi, come on, stop him. He's trying to do something bad again, you know? So that was really interesting. But apart from that scene at the end, so if I remember correctly, were there multiple people who cursed Nadeko? I don't remember that detail. I think there were, I don't know why, in my head there were 2 people, but I could be wrong. Also, who's the other person who tailed Kaiki? My first guess would be, I don't know, Ogi or something, but like, God knows what that woman is planning. So is she just like, you know what she seems like? She just seems like like someone who came into this town just to wreak havoc, you know? She feels like she has like a fake identity, she knows everything, and she's just there to wreak havoc and to, you know, just, I don't know. It feels like she's manipulating the entire town right now. She has the entire town just wrapped around her finger. That's what it feels like, but I don't know. I guess we'll see more about Ogi as time goes on. But God, what an insane... Is Kaiki just dead? Because he is a normal human, right? Yeah, he is a specialist, but like species-wise and like his actual like abilities, he's just a normal human. So that doesn't seem like it's gonna be good for him. And yeah, that guy was obviously afflicted by the curse that went back from Nadeko onto him. So whoa. And wait. There was another thing that I wanted to say. What did I want to say? Suruga, Numachiroka. There's another thing that I wanted to say, but I don't remember exactly what it was. Something to do with Suruga. But yeah, next arc is gonna be about Suruga. I'm guessing we're gonna be seeing this Numachiroka because Kaiki was linking her, those 2 people together, right? So I wonder, yeah, who that's gonna end up being. I guess we'll see in Hanamonogatari, probably, which is gonna be the next one. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna end this one here. This was an insanely good finale to this arc. It was surprisingly very, like, calm. Not calm. Calm is not the correct word. Very, what's the word? It was just very satisfying, you know? I thought it was gonna be like a mindfuck and like very nuanced, but it was actually pretty, you know, straightforward, to the point, and really nice up until that very ending, you know? Wow, what a way to end it. Wow. Absolutely insane. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the season as a whole, right? I think, wait, let me go back and let me see which arcs we covered, because, so wait, Nisa was, independent, and then Nekomonogatari Kuro was independent, then, okay, Shiro, Kabuki, Otori, Oni, and Koi. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's cheating to say that this is my favorite season. I mean, it is cheating, right? Because we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arcs in one. So yeah, this season is my favorite season. Yeah, it is so far. Even over Kizumonogatari. but like it's which is my favorite arc out of these ones is probably Hanamonogatari Shiro. Yeah, it is. It's my favorite arc so far. Still, like, just it was very straightforward about Hanekawa's character, but the character development that she got is just something very, very, very cool. It didn't necessarily drive the story that much. It was more so focused on purely developing Hanekawa as a character, and it was brilliant. Hanekawa might not be my favorite character in the show, but I think she's the one who had the most satisfying writing to me so far. Like the deepest writing to me so far. And my favorite writing as well. So yeah, my favorite character is still Senju Gahara though. But yeah, I absolutely love Hanamonogatari Shiro. All of the arcs so far have been incredible. Kabuki Monogatari is probably, or actually, is it? No, Otori Monogatari is the one that stands out the most out of every single arc so far. Otori Monogatari stands out the most for me, and I am excited to see where we go from here though. Oh my god, I'm so excited for the future. We don't have that many. We're almost at the end of season 2. After Hanamonogatari, we're gonna be arriving to season 3 then. And then we're gonna be going on to off-season, whatever the fuck it's called. So I'm excited. We're advancing pretty fast. Anyways, I'm gonna end this one here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.